Mystery in Bugtown. One night I peeked in through the hedge and saw the insects' ball, the grandest party of the year, for bugs both big and small. The moths and roaches, flies and ants all danced around the square, not knowing Bugtown's biggest night held danger in the air. When in the middle of the ball, they heard a ghastly sound, and Charlie Roach, a two-bit hood, came plunging to the ground. He'd fallen from the tree above, or was it he was pushed? Regardless of what made him fall, the poor bug had been squished. Police Chief Slug was first on hand to view the flattened mess. "This bug's alive, but needs some help," he said with great distress. And as they hauled the roach away, the rattled slug replied, "There's just one bug to solve this case of near insecticide." Inspector Cricket soon was there and knew just what to do. He scanned the scene for any sign and quickly found a clue. "Aha!" he cried and held it high. The crowd began to shove to get a look at what he'd found, one solitary glove. His first stop was the boarding house, where Charlie had a room, to chat with old Miss Ladybug, who leaned upon her broom. "I'm not at all surprised he's hurt," she said with no lament. "His friends were thieves, and that's not all. He owes me 2 months' rent." He next went to a local thug, an ant named Ferdinand, and caught him coming from a job, a safe in either hand. "I don't know nothing 'bout the roach," he said defensively, "but C-Note Pete, the local fence, can tell you more than me." C-Note Pete, a centipede, was clever as could be. The cricket guessed if someone knew, then surely it was he. "It is a shame," Pete shook his head, "a tragedy so violent. But clever bugs know when to talk and when they should be silent." The cricket felt completely stumped, and then he saw the eyes of his old friend, the Spider Queen, who ruled a web of spies. "Don't despair," the spider hissed. "I know that you can do it. The trail you're on is quite correct. You'll see when you hop to it." "That's it," he chirped, and down he went to try the daily splat, where Hedda Hopper reigned supreme as queen of Bugtown chat. "Of course I know," the gossip teased, and gave a little hop. "Go right back to the underworld, but this time to the top." The Mantis brothers stood the guard for Bugtown's biggest crook, and did their best to bar the door when Cricket came to look. "Step aside," the lawman warned. "Don't try to block my way. And if your boss is guilty, boys, you'd better start to pray." He found the big boss in the hall, a guard on either side. His girlfriend Katie stood behind and tried her best to hide. "I know the reason dat you're here," the boss said with a frown. "Dat roach made bug eyes at my goil, but I didn't take him down." "It wasn't you," the cricket said, and pulled his handcuffs out. "But someone else took their revenge, and now I have no doubt. So don't pretend you still don't know, or that the answer's hid. For when you see who's short a glove, it's clear that Katie did."